Welcome to our training video on video surveillance and how it relates to data protection, specifically to the General Data Protection Regulation, or the GDPR. Understanding GDPR rules is essential to ensure compliance while maintaining trust and security. Let's start with the legal basis for using video surveillance. Under the GDPR, you must have a valid lawful reason to process personal data captured by surveillance systems. The most common bases include legitimate interests, such as protecting property or ensuring safety and helping with related legal claims, for example when property is damaged. Generally, you want to avoid collecting consent, as this is impractical for most cases, especially public-facing cameras. To keep it in legal boundaries, surveillance must always be necessary, proportionate, and limited to its relevant purpose. So avoid installing cameras where more privacy is expected, like changing in restrooms and alike. Consider alternatives. Question of, is CCTV the only way to achieve this goal, often comes up. Could a less intrusive method work? Sometimes motion monitors without video recordings are the preferred, and also cheaper, alternative. Over-monitoring or filming non-essential areas violates GDPR principles and exposes your company to complaints and fines. Remember, transparency is non-negotiable. Individuals have the right to know when they're being recorded and why. GDPR requires to notify of data processing. For video surveillance, it means that clear signage is mandatory. Place notices at all entry points where one can enter into the area of surveillance. On the sign, state the purpose of surveillance and who to contact for details. Note that some countries require more elements on the sign. If someone requests more information, provide a concise privacy notice explaining how their data is used, stored, and who it's shared with. Avoid vague language. Keeping it simple builds trust and reduces legal risk. Security of the footage is equally critical. Footage often contains sensitive data, so robust safeguards are required. Encrypt video feeds and stored files. Restrict access to authorized personnel only, and ensure physical storage devices are secure. Regularly audit who views the footage and why. Retention periods must be strictly defined. Delete data once its purpose is fulfilled. For example, if cameras monitor for theft, delete footage in fixed number of days unless an incident requires investigation. Depending on the circumstances, common retention for video is from 24 hours to up for 30 days. Finally, remember that GDPR grants individuals rights over their data. If a person asks to access footage of themselves or requests deletion, you must comply promptly, unless legal obligations require otherwise. This means that when providing the footage, some of the footage needs to be cropped or other people on it need to be made unrecognizable. In summary, use security cameras only with a valid legal basis, be transparent about its use. Limit the surveillance area only to what is necessary and prioritize security regarding any access to the footage. By balancing safety with privacy, you protect your organization and also achieve the purpose of using video surveillance. Thank you for watching. Stay compliant, think it through and prevent complaints. Contact us for advice or if you need help with the GDPR documentation.